Welcome back, beautiful people. So I'm sure that you've noticed that things have kind of changed a little bit. I just got this really nice camera from my sister. I figured I would take this time to make kind of a quick video, talk about some things, kind of make maybe a little bit more of a serious video, but really just kind of test out this camera and see if I can edit out the videos and see what the quality turns out to be, because as far as I'm concerned, it looks like the quality is going to be pretty good. So here's the thing. And this is something that I'm having to do now in my life because of all the negativity that I have from my family, all the negativity I have from like my counselors and my environment. Ignore everybody. You have to ignore everybody. You have to be willing to tell yourself stories that you not just want to hear, but stories that are resourceful for you. Like for me right now, going through this hard time trying to figure out where I'm going to go to school or where I'm going to go get a job or something like that, you have to ignore the stories from everybody else. And in fact, even, one of the head founders of the Transcendental movement back in the 1840s, Ralph Waldo Emerson, talked about this. One of his most famous quotes was, the hardest thing for a man to do is to be himself in a world that's constantly trying to change him. And you know something? That is what I am going through. And I'm sure most people go through this. And you have to just ignore everybody. You have to just shut them out completely. Everybody, even people who love you, who want to try and change you from what you truly want to be, you have to shut those people out. And it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. It's very hard. I'm going through it right now, and I invite all of you who watch this video to try this. What this really requires, not just ignoring everybody, but it requires a certain meditative attitude. You have to sit and be alone with yourself and be in quiet, which is what I do every day, so that I can let go of all the mental chatter of I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to do the other, and I can just be with myself. Maybe one of the things I'd suggest to people is just turn off, the news, turn off whatever, the internet, and then just watch the sun come up. Just find a nice spot and watch the sunrise. And maybe if you can't do that, one of my favorite things that I do is I like to just sit in my closet, it's actually I call it a prayer room, but it's just a closet with like a little bolster in there sitting on a pillow. And I let go of all of the mental chatter, all of the problems of the world, all of the injustices of the world, all the stress, all the chatter can just, not that it ceases, but it's relaxed and it just it doesn't have as much importance. I can be with myself, and I would invite, like I said, I invite everyone who watches this video to do this, because you have to learn to ignore everybody else. Everybody else is telling you you've got to do this, you've got to do that, you've got to do the other. There's all these stories of, your teacher tells you you're too stupid, a girl tells you you're too ugly. You have friends that want you to go out and do all this other shit. You have to ignore those people and just be with yourself and be with the stories that you choose for yourself. And you get to choose those stories. Peace out.